Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm Marco D'Angelo, joined by the Sports Cheetah, Preston. We are going to break down Texas at Iowa State on Saturday action. And I got to tell you, this is a matchup I'm looking forward to. Texas, you got to be impressed with what Shaka Smart's done with Texas. They're getting better by the week. They just went into Oklahoma on Monday night, gave Oklahoma fits, had them on the ropes for most of that game. Oklahoma managed to escape with the 63-60 win. But what do you think about what he's been doing down there and where this team's heading?
Great things. I have to just go with what you're saying and go off of it. Ultimately, I'm still in my mind bummed. I had some money line on that Texas game against Oklahoma. I told a bunch of people like 2 weeks ago when I kind of saw them coming together, and I saw them play a few games. Their defensive pressure is fantastic. And it's not the old VCU Shaka Smart full court pressure, but it's still in the half court. But they pressure guys up close around the three-point line. And what does Oklahoma do better than anyone in the nation? That's shoot the three ball. And I thought it was a great matchup. Even after Texas had a bunch of wins and Oklahoma was coming off that loss on the road at Kansas State, and they still almost beat them out right on the road. I'm bummed because I had played money line for a small piece. But it goes right in line with what you're saying. I think in that same time period, I got like a 125 to 1 taken on Texas. I'm a big believer in what they're doing. They got a few guys that, come tournament time, guards that can make plays and make a deep run. And so, I think it's been fascinating to watch their progression just over the course of one season with the new coach.
To back up for a second, with the play like that, when you've got a live dog that you think can win the game outright, are you you're still taking the points though?
Oh yeah. Plus 8 was like a client paid play.
Yeah.
And I just played money line, and sometimes in the analysis I'll tell people like, hey, I'm putting some money line, here on this team too. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. Buddy Hield's he knocked down that three. What can you do? It was a great shot.
Yeah. Now for me, being a situational guy, I look at it and coming off a gut-wrenching loss like that, when you go into Oklahoma and you have them on the ropes for basically the entire game and let them get away with it. Do you worry about, and you're the psychological guy, so this is a great one to throw at you, do you worry about a team, how they come back from a loss like that?
Yeah, definitely. I think in the first time, because Texas kind of has been getting the hype now, and then that Oklahoma game happened. Previously, they kind of were hyped before the season, and they weren't really meeting those expectations. Now they lose a tough one at Oklahoma. How do they respond? We don't really know yet, so you definitely have to take that into consideration when you're handicapping the games coming.
Well, me being the situational guy, that's what's pointing me towards Iowa State, and this has been a conference that I don't know. I mean, I know people like to say home cooking, is rampant in college basketball, but it just seems in the Big 12 that it always is, more than anywhere else.
Kansas especially. Continue.
Yeah. Well, I like Kansas. They got me a big win earlier in the year in overtime. I'll take that one. But ever since I won that laying the points with Kansas against Kentucky, I think I'm 0 for like 2 weeks. Games that go to overtime. I'm on the short end.
It all evens out.
Yeah, it was like it seems like that one didn't even out. But we're looking at this one. Iowa State lost a couple games. They lost an overtime game this week, and now that was at Texas Tech, I believe. They come back home. This is I feel one of the toughest home venues in all of college basketball, playing at Iowa State. They've been without their forward, Jamil McKay. He got suspended back on February 5th. This was the reigning defensive player of the year last year, so they definitely have missed him in the lineup. And word that we're seeing, and you checked it just before we came on the air, if he behaves himself basically this week, the rest of the week, we're going to see him back in. And you would have to be a total moron not to behave yourself after you just got suspended, right?
Right. Oh, absolutely. And I think he'll make a big difference in this matchup, specifically with the athletes and the wingspan and the aggressiveness that Texas plays with. One thing I want to point out, he got injured. He had a knee issue going on. And the suspension was a funny timing. People thought he might miss some games because he re-injured a knee. And then he got suspended. So it kind of worked out. I think maybe his knee's healthy now, and so he's coming back Saturday. That's just my, look into the conspiracy.
It's a slap on the wrist suspension?
Yeah, and just rest your knee for a couple of games. Right. And I want to say real quick, you told me you liked this play before they lost to Texas Tech last night. Yeah. So they're coming off that OT loss, probably with are refocused and ready to take this one down.
Absolutely. I'm looking for this line to be like 4.5, maybe 5 with him coming back now. I like Iowa State to win this by 7 to 10 points. I know it's tough to lay those points against Texas, but I just think that after that big game against Oklahoma, asking them to play 2 tough venues in a row in the same week is going to take its toll. I like what Texas is doing, big picture, but we're looking at each game on an individual basis. And in this one, I like Iowa State. We're going to go ahead, make that our video best bet of the week. Take Iowa State, lay the points. I'm looking for 7 to 10 point margin. So as long as we're under that 7 with the spread when it comes out Saturday, you're good to go. And don't forget, $10 off all weekend. Use coupon code NBA and the number 10. Just punch that in at checkout in the coupon section and you'll get $10 off your package. Be sure to check out all the other videos we have available at WagerTalk.com.